Hey team, welcome if you're new here, and welcome back if you're a recurring viewer. Yesterday was a big day. In fact, the whole weekend was big in a sense. It was the big final last night. Oh, there you go. We've got visitors. Don't know those people. Went with a couple of people to a local pub to watch it, just because it's always worthwhile having more atmosphere, more ambience, more suspense. And it was a really historic moment, very big deal, and the Lionesses won. It was amazing. Anyway, this vlog, the focus of it is not football, but it's a big moment and a big moment worth celebrating. Plus, I'm hungover, and that is the reason for it. I'm hungover, and food plays a big role in how I get over a hangover. So I think today, well, tonight, it's gonna have to be something cheesy, it's gonna have to be something bready. Haven't decided what yet. We'll keep you updated. My favorite vlogger actually made these like jalapeno and cheese biscuits. They're like scones here, really. So I might make them myself. Why not? Try something new out. It's a great start to the Monday, but I'm tired. Still been productive, so that's great. But decided to kind of take myself out, have a bit of a walk in the sunshine, and enjoy that a little bit before I go back to work. That's all to say. Welcome, everyone, and yeah, let's see what's to come. I have minimal plans in terms of what I'm making, so you are discovering it with me. In a turn of events, I have decided I will make a sausage rigatoni pasta. Now, I know earlier today I mentioned that I might want to bake a sort of scone with jalapenos and cheddar cheese. That does still sound delicious. I'm not giving up on that. But today of all days, I kind of want to take it easy. The more shortcuts, the better. I want something comforting, warming, a little bit spicy, something that can last a few days this week, because I love leftovers. Really, really love leftovers. And I know that tomorrow I'm in the office. So, yeah, basically, it's the start of the week, and due to not enough sleep and an unhealthy weekend and celebrating the final, today is one of those days where I just need to take it easy. I just bought these sort of spicy, they're called firecracker sausages. I'm gonna put those in, kind of let them sizzle for a bit in garlic, onion, and then I'm gonna put in some chopped tomatoes. Then yeah, kind of Bob's your uncle, really. And rigatoni, I must say, is one of my favorite pastas. And they're nice and thick and long. Yeah, I love it. So yeah, I'll show you the different steps, but again, nothing complicated because I don't fancy that today. But I will make a promise to myself to make the scones for this weekend. Love a scone, and the jalapeno and cheese combination sounds delightful. So yeah, watch this space. I can't wait until it's done. I want it in my belly. It's basically not even 6 and I'm already so hungry. Should have bought a snack as I'm cooking. Rookie mistake. So, in terms of what I've added, in addition to what I told you, obviously salt and pepper, oregano, and some parsley. So, as soon as the sort of onions turn a little bit sort of crispy and brown, I will then throw in the sausages. Very excited about this. Adding just a bit of brown sugar for the onions to caramelize a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna cut into the sausages and essentially push the sausage out of its casing. It's actually not that easy because the casing is quite thin. It's a be honest, I don't love handling meat. Like, I'd rather just, if I'm out at a restaurant, I'm obviously fine having it there. I don't love what I'm doing right now, or like preparing chicken. Really don't love that. Especially with chicken, it's like removing the like loose skin off the meat. Yeah, not my fave, but while I'm uncomfortable now, eventually it will lead to something that will hopefully be quite warming and nice and salty. It's kind of what I was craving, some salt. Getting a pile of the sausage exterior in the corner here. Gonna wash my hands and then bring you closer. Found a snack. The red wine has gone in. I've turned the temperature up, put the lid back on so we could get the action happening a bit faster, because I'm obviously growing impatient. Pasta is obviously boiling. I'm gonna turn that down actually now so it could be a bit al dente. Yeah, I don't know how the Italians would feel about this, but I'm using cheddar, extra mature cheddar rather than Parmesan. And I don't know, I just fancied cheddar.
I don't want this.
No, Bubba. No, my Bubba.
Insurance feels.
Hey peeps, today's been a day full of meetings, full of conversations, full of thinking time. So I'm ready to shut this brain off. Realized as well that I haven't really cooked much this week because it's been quite social, busy, and I realized that I've missed this. I've missed doing this. So even though I treated myself to a pistachio filled biscuit from M&S, one of their limited edition range, on the way home, just to treat myself for having a good day, I am also going to bake something. And that something is what I mentioned on Monday actually. And that is jalapeno and cheddar biscuits. Oh yeah. It's not very complicated. The only thing is that I couldn't find buttermilk in the small shop, but that's to be expected. I thought maybe it might be a bit of a wild card, but I have to make it myself. But that is just milk and vinegar, whole milk and vinegar. And then the rest is quite easy. I've made scones before and these are pretty scone-like, even though they're called biscuits. Going back to the pistachio biscuit though, for a moment, maybe I've become picky with pistachio biscuits. Maybe it's just me. It didn't fall head over heels for it, to be honest. Decent enough price point for what it is. Filled biscuits can be a bit over the top in terms of cost. £2.10, whatever, you can forgive it, it's M&S. I just didn't love it, and I really wanted to love it. I love a pistachio filled biscuit, especially after the one I showed you in a previous vlog. That is a lady that sells them in Crystal Palace Market. Need to find the name, I might link it in the description. But she is fantastic. I mean, the pistachio filled biscuits there are double the size of what I just got from M&S, and they're double the price. So that is, you know, not for everyone, I get it. And I really see it as like a treat. You know, it's not a weekly thing by any means. But I just think that that biscuit is way better than one in Crystal Palace Market. And this lady is talented. So, yeah. I love M&S. I think they do great things. Their marketing is on point. They're surviving like one of the biggest hacks ever. Great. All good. Pistachio biscuit is where maybe they might fall short. And that's just one thing. That's a good track record. That's a good success rate. Considering how old they are as an organization, how long they've been running. So good on them for trying. God, that's so patronizing, but I doubt they care. I just didn't love it. I've had better, wouldn't go back. But anyway, I'll get to the... And you know what, on that note, I might try their chocolate-filled biscuit. Thing is, it hasn't stopped me from trying other things of theirs. I haven't completely, written them off. But yeah, I'll stop talking and I will start making those biscuits. We're putting 1 3/4 cups of flour into the mixing bowl. Oops. This is turning out to be a bit messy. Honestly, I hate working with cups as measurements, but this is another American blogger recipe. So there you go, hence the cups. But now we need 1/2 cup of cubed, cold, unsalted butter. And now we're just gonna combine until it's coarse, just like breadcrumb-like. Kind of reminds me of shortbread, actually. Very similar. And this also calls for 1.5 teaspoons baking powder. Now this is gluten-free because that's all I have at the moment. One of my friends is gluten-free, so I bake gluten-free stuff when she comes around, but hopefully it'll work okay with this as well. Next step is cutting jalapenos. I think, 1 sec, 2 tablespoons of jalapenos. They're not fresh, they're jarred, but we are not being picky today. I'll cut a couple more. I love jalapenos. I'm hoping that the moisture of these doesn't impact the structural integrity. Okay. And then 1 cup of grated cheddar. In the bowl we go. We're also adding 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder. Well, garlic granules. Doesn't look like much now, but it will be. It will be. I actually did some of the steps wrong. Wasn't reading properly. Been a long day. But it's fine. It's all going into a bowl anyway, and I'm not overly precious about how like fancy this looks. But we're making the buttermilk, so that is 250 ml of whole milk. I realized that before I said buttermilk is milk and vinegar. It's actually milk and lemon juice. And now juiced lemon, essentially. And now we leave that for 5 to 10 minutes, just standing in room temp. Now it's 1/2 cup of buttermilk that goes into the dry mixture. I can already report that this dough, on its own, unbaked, tastes delicious. My God. The directions actually say to lightly flour the surface, knead the dough, blah, blah, blah. I just cleaned this worktop, this countertop. I think I'm just gonna sort of try and do my best in the bowl, contain the mess. I know that's lazy, but it's gonna be a fun experiment. Let's see how it turns out. Okay, progress update. The dough was quite wet, so I've added a bit of flour in to kind of make it a bit more bready. And then the point is to separate them out. I don't have like a proper cutter, so I'm just gonna do it by eye. And we're gonna make 5 to 6 biscuits. Right, so 6 biscuits have been sort of roughly been constructed. And then I'm just gonna top it up with some more. We're gonna glaze it with buttermilk, basically. I'm gonna just sprinkle it on and then add some jalapenos on top of each one as well. Oh, it's hot. Mm. That is a 10 out of 10. The garlic The cheesiness, the jalapeno. Ultimate like comfort food flavors. Yeah, it is delicious. Yeah. On top of that, it has made the flat smell delicious. So, would very much recommend try this at home.
Yeah, it's not how it is.
Plus 4-4. That's good, yeah. If we're 4-4, is it Portugal?
Don't worry about it. We tried to try.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Finish up down there, and I'll see you in court. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a one-way ticket to Estee's story would finally go away that weekend. A stunning story. My God, a baldy noodle.
And she made the very wise choice of going for Greek rather than Italian.
To his right hand and force his way into the gap and does so successfully. Alonso thinking, okay, shifts on the gears, it cuts with the result. This is Hulkenberg at